I will be rolling. And yeah, we've got Will Young on the line with us. Firstly, Youngie, thanks for joining us. I understand it was a little bit of a trip to link up with the Black Caps. You've been obviously playing for Durham. Can you give us an understanding of what it's been like playing in the county championship the last few weeks?
That's been awesome. I'm very thankful for the opportunity that Durham presented me with. Yeah, so about a month ago, perhaps a little bit longer. James Franklin, who a lot of you may know, got in touch and said that there's an opportunity to play 3, potentially 4 games for Durham before Cam Bancroft arrives and takes over for the season. So obviously with this Black Caps tour in the pipeline, I thought it'd be a fantastic opportunity to come over here and to experience county cricket and opening the batting in these conditions. So yeah, stoked that I got the opportunity and the 4 games eventuated and yeah, really loved it.
Well, loved it indeed. A couple of centuries in the last couple of weeks, Youngie. Yeah, what's the experience been like of actually getting out there and taking on that Duke ball at the top of the order, as you mentioned?
Yeah, I put myself under a bit of pressure. 2 games in, not scoring many runs, but thankfully I got to spend a bit of time in the middle the last 2 games and to contribute to 2 wins with Durham has been awesome too. But yeah, look, it's certainly a lot different than the Kookaburra ball and first class cricket at home. It swings, it sort of nips around, and you know, as you'd expect in sort of April, May over in England. And so yeah, it's been a fantastic learning curve, really. The county circuit, as you know, like you play 4 days and then you rest 1 and back into training and on the road and stuff. So you're immersed in cricket the whole time, which is cool. And yeah, play against some fantastic local players, but also each team seems to have 1 or 2 really good overseas too. So, mate, it's been a dream for me to get over and dip my toes into county cricket, and yeah, it's been really enjoyable.
Awesome. Well, it's great to have you in camp now. I'll pass it across to Zion. You can have a chat to Will for a bit. I'm not sure if the rest are online, but you can take it away, Zion.
Thanks, Will. Thanks, Willie. Will, look, I guess being back in the Black Caps squad, I mean, what was the process? And I mean, what does it mean to you to be back in this Test side in England?
Yeah, so I suppose about 3 or 4 weeks ago, the Black Caps squad got named, and with the current COVID climate around the world, it's a slightly larger squad than perhaps normal. So I was lucky enough to get named as one of the 20 players. And as Willie alluded to earlier, I've just driven down 6 hours from Durham to Southampton to meet up with the guys. Sort of because there's also public staying at this hotel, came in from the sort of back entrance, got into my room. I've got a lovely view out my window of the Aegeus Bowl, and so I stepped out onto the balcony and sort of greeted by everyone else on the balcony. I've got Doug Bracewell next to me, Ajaz Patel on the other side, and the rest of the boys are all sort of arced around. So it's been cool to speak to some fellow Kiwis again and get this quarantine underway so we can hit the ground running in a couple of days.
How much do you think the stint playing the county cricket will help you coming into this tour at the moment, having game time and playing over there?
Look, I took the opportunity thinking that it can only be a good thing. So I arrived a month earlier than everyone else and got to open the batting. So straight out there in April, May, typically challenging times for an opening batsman against a brand new Duke ball. But look, performances aside, each innings was just an opportunity to learn how the local players over here go about their work. And so I think it can only stand me in good stead moving forward to what Black Caps are due to face in the next month or so.
you're in isolation at the moment, I understand. I mean, what are the next sort of 3 days like? What is it gonna be like for you?
Yeah, obviously a bit of alone time, time to just rest. Like I've played a bit of cricket and done a fair bit of training over the last month or so. So actually looking forward to putting the feet up and letting the body recover. But yeah, also as I said before, like the balcony is just out there and can chat away with the guys, socially distanced, of course. So catching up with them, which would be really nice.
And just finally from me, what are some of the things you'll probably you take out of playing those 4 games of county cricket that may help you, I guess, for the upcoming series coming up, but also for the future as well, the experience as well?
Yeah, certainly a lot of learnings. I've spent the majority of my career playing first class cricket in New Zealand. Played a little bit in the UAE and also India. So just to spend some time playing county cricket with the Duke ball over here in these conditions, just more learnings to take forward. So yeah, hopefully I can start to apply these things and my game can keep moving forward.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, just one from me. On your time up in Durham. Obviously, you mentioned just at the start there that it was with Jimmy Franklin, obviously a former black cap and New Zealand representative who's been over here for a long time. Were you able to pick his brain about his knowledge of English conditions and sort of help with potentially team preparation for playing over here?
Yeah. So I was speaking to Frankie just before I boarded about a week before I boarded the plane to come to Durham, and I said, look, is there anything that you think is really important to from a preparation point of view? And he said, look, the bowlers in England, they challenge your front knee roll, basically. It's not as much short bowling at home, perhaps. So look, as a batsman, and especially as an opening batsman, look to get that area sorted, that sort of front foot defence, because bowlers are looking for bowled LBWs, nick-offs. So yeah, I mean, that was the first bit of advice from Frankie. And then once I got over here, I had about a month to work with him and also the other coaches, and yeah, pick their brains, because Frankie's a coach now, but he played for 4 separate counties over here before becoming a coach. So there's a wealth of knowledge there. And yeah, it was just a great opportunity for me to get as much as I can out of him.
Just another one on playing in England. You obviously have played a lot of club cricket here in the New Zealand winters. What was it like? You mentioned a little bit there about sort of playing first class cricket in England, but what was that different challenge like of playing at that next level up over here in the UK?
Yeah, you did right. So I had 2 seasons playing club cricket in Bristol, which was an interesting format. It was with the red Duke ball, but it was and the white clothing, but one-day cricket. So now to come over and get a taste of first class cricket and the obviously with the Duke ball as well, it's just that next step up. So yeah, I mean, thankful for the opportunity. As I said earlier, just great opportunity to learn different things about my game and sort of the slight intricacies between first class cricket in New Zealand and in England.
That's all for me, Willie.
Nice,
Paul.
Mac. You stole my question about Jimmy Franklin. I've probably just got another follow-up one about Durham. It looked like I was seeing in the changing room banging the bats there. It looked like some really good culture within the squad. I suppose, how much is it kind of playing in that county cricket now piqued your interest to, play international cricket in England, which, often referred to as the home of cricket, and those sort of venues that are on the schedule as well?
Yeah, look, it's it is a fantastic dressing room to be part of up in Durham. They're a seriously competitive bunch, and nice to get the 2 wins under the belt. So part of the winning tradition for Durham is you sing the team song, going to the Bladen races. I think it's the Newcastle football team use it, I think, as well. I'll be honest with you, I barely understood one singular word in the whole thing, but I could just sort of get involved and tap my bat on the floor. So felt like I was part of it. But yeah, so taking that sort of pride, I guess, for cricket in the north, and understanding that love for the game is throughout England, and now this opportunity with the Black Caps has opened up, and we'll get a taste of what the home of cricket's all about. Lords at the first test, and Edgbaston after that, and then the final. So it's amazing. I sort of pinch myself that I'm here and part of it. Really, it's incredible.
Awesome, and you've obviously been over here, as you mentioned, for the best part of a month. You've seen the optimism in the country grow with the restrictions obviously being downgraded today. Is that something you've noticed? Obviously, when you got over here, it would have been stricter, but now there's a few more coming off. I think they were able to go to the football games tonight in some capacity. So are you detecting over here a level of optimism as they head into their summer?
Definitely, yeah. So when I got over a month ago, the big thing was that lockdown was easing and pubs and restaurants and things were open outdoors. So when I got over, everyone was fizzed to have a pint out of a glass outside and, a meal with friends and stuff. So that was cool. And that was sort of my experience of the North was a month of that. And then just today, driving down, listening to the radio, definitely the optimism just with everyone in England is the next easing is such that I think you can go indoors at pubs and restaurants. The cinemas are open, as you say, Willie. Crowds at sporting venues are starting to be allowed. So, yeah, it's sort of there is a definite optimism of just for life, really, but for sporting fans too, getting to get to go to their grounds, whether it be football or cricket or whatever, and support their teams. So, yeah, exciting times leading into this tour.
Great stuff, mate. And exciting to have you in here. And as I say, thanks for jumping on a Zoom after. How long was the drive?
6 hours. I think Zion's just put his hand up.
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry, is that all right? Or
absolutely. God,
yeah.
Good spotting from Will Young.
So, look, just I guess on the opportunity in England for the Test matches in the World Test Championship. I mean, how exciting is that? And I guess in the build up to that, to play essentially a final for the World Test Championship. I mean, how is it feeling for you and for your build up as well?
Look, it's an incredibly exciting time. I'm thinking back to the last time the Test group was together was in the New Zealand summer, and we basically, as a team, had to win all 4 games to have a chance of this becoming reality. And that was an exciting time for me personally, because that was when I made my debut against the West Indies, ran the drinks against Pakistan, but had that feeling of the group was that real belief that, we can do this and we can make the World Test Championship final. And it's come quickly now. It's just around the corner. So what was once like a sort of far-fetched ambition, I guess, is starting to come into reality, and it's exciting times. Just catching up with some of the boys here, they're fizzed, and we're all just so excited to be over here and be part of it. Another chance to win a world championship title in England. It's awesome.
It might sound a bit obvious, but I mean, is that excitement from the last New Zealand summer, is that sort of come back again? And like you said, being with everyone, has that energy and the environment? I know you're all in different groups and in isolation, but can you, speaking to some of the guys, sort of feel that excitement, and you just almost can't wait to get out of isolation and really crack into it?
Definitely. I think, it sounds like the guys have had a good little refresher after the New Zealand season. A couple of weeks off, although I think the trainer got stuck into them by the sounds of it. And then there were a few camps down at Lincoln and in the Mount. And I mean, the guys are over here now and ready to roll the sleeves up and really get into it.
And just before, I think for you, you've come off some outstanding form in county cricket. You mentioned that it is a big squad. I mean, for you, what do you have to do to sort of put your hand up and sort of get a start in these games over the next few months?
Look, I think it's a tricky one. Like it's an incredibly good side, test side, and it's a really hard one to break into. So I don't really play cricket to well, let me get this right. I suppose you're not playing because you want to make a team. You're playing each game because you want to win and you want to contribute towards that win. And yes, there's some fantastic cricketers in New Zealand at the moment, and you can only pick 11. So, look, I'm just one of 20, all putting up their hand and want to be part of this exciting time in New Zealand Test cricket. So, we'll just see. Like, there's an inter-squad game. There's roughly 2 weeks of training. So, yeah, just keep putting in the work and let the selectors make the call at the end of the day.
And so just finally for me, that form you've had in county cricket, I know you played those 4 games, but I mean, was there time, I mean, have you taken a step back and sort of recalled that time playing county cricket, maybe in that 6-hour drive, or have you sort of taken a step back and thought, this is, a special time in my career, and I've actually performed?
Yeah, I mean, it was actually quite nice reflecting the 6-hour drive on the way here on my time with Durham, and it was an incredibly enjoyable time. The lads were great. We managed to win a couple of games and managed to spend some time in the middle. So it feels good to have completed that little part of the tour, and now just exciting to get into the next part with the Black Caps, and we'll just see what opportunities may arise from that.
Is the accommodation all right at the moment? Worst place to be stuck? Are there worst place to be stuck in 3 days?
Yeah, the Hilton's very nice, mate, and I've got a lovely view out over the GS Bowl. So yeah, life could be worse.
Thanks, mate. Go well. Appreciate it.
Thanks, mate.
Outstanding, Youngie. I've just got one that's been sent through from you, Sub, and then we'll wrap it up. It's sort of leading on from your batting at Durham, where you're obviously opening up, but in your game where you replaced Kane, I think you slotted in at 3. They want to know your sort of a preference in the batting order, or would you be, I suppose, available anywhere in that top order?
Yeah, look, I've traditionally spent a lot of time early in my career batting at 3 and 4 for the Central Stags, but in the last couple of years, I've also had some opportunities opening the batting. So, look, I see myself as a batsman capable of batting anywhere in the order. So yeah, whatever opportunities may arise, I'll jump at it. As you say, like I batted my first test opening the batting, and my second test I was batting at 3 when Kane and his wife were having their first baby. So yeah, just whatever comes up, I feel like I can adapt and play a role that the team requires of me.